Mark, thanks for joining us. I think it's fair to say Dandenong have started the year in pretty good fashion. Are you surprised with how quickly the team has come together this year?
Yes and no. Yes and no. It's an unknown commodity really when you bring a new group in together. But there's a lot of talent in there, and I would expect, I was hoping that the talent pool would get us over the early hump, which it has. So it's been good.
And how do you go about finding players like Kayla and Leilani, Natalie, these kind of players? What are the steps involved in getting those players to the club?
There's a lot in it. If you're going to do it properly, you have to do a lot of homework and a lot of investigation and talk to a lot of people and their college coaches and people that know them well. And I was lucky enough to go over to New York, with a business trip, and I got to see Leilani play over there as well. So that cemented, that thing. And I'd known about Leilani for quite a while, but we obviously had Kathleen, and so there was no room for her here. But once we got hit with the surprise of Kathleen being pregnant, then I got a flashback to the opportunity with Leilani. So we were lucky enough that Leilani was really keen to come over and play, and then go and get citizenship. And we lucked out there for sure, or else we would have been really struggling in the point guard spot, because how difficult it would be to replace a Kathleen McLeod. So as far as we're concerned, she's not replaced. We've just found a pretty good substitute, while we're waiting for her to come back. But, the way Leilani's playing, we certainly see her here for a long time as well.
Quite often we see in AFL level and NRL, that kind of thing, the senior players within the team are consulted about potential recruitments. Are players like Jenna O'Hea and Kath, do you talk to them when you're looking at those type of recruits?
Yeah, definitely. Jenna, well, once we knew Kathleen wasn't going to be playing, obviously that just left Jenna in the group. And but before that, we'd certainly be talking to Kathleen. But Jenna, I consulted her heavily on recruiting. The recruiting of Alice Koenig was one that Jenna had a big hand in. Playing in the NBA, I got to talk to her a lot about Kayla and about Leilani, and she'd remember Natalie because Nat didn't play WNBA last year, but she remembered playing against her. So I got opinions from Jenna, and Jenna had spoken to them over there while they were playing against each other. So there was quite a bit of stuff going on behind the scenes leading up to recruiting them. The player agent is, we've used him quite a few times in the past, so it was handy that we had a bit of a relationship with him as well, and he worked hard to get them here.
Dandenong are doing what they want to do and sort of forcing them to, sorry Darren, easy basket by, again, Delaney Mitchell just finding the open player.
She just seems to have so much time. Wonderful pass, ball movement, oh hey!
Now that's vintage Dandenong. Talk about getting through hands. Coach Mark Wright would have to be pleased with that play phase.
Well, let's move on and talk about this year a bit more. Those new players that have come on, has there been any surprises for you in terms of leadership or preparation or X factor that you weren't expecting from that new group?
No, not really. I mean, I'm really happy with the way Alice Koenig has progressed. I think she's taken a massive step forward, and that's just probably natural with her getting a little bit older and more mature, and probably she's comfortable with Jenna, and we've given her more opportunity as well. We're probably getting out of Kayla what we thought we would. I was thinking 15 and 10 from Kayla, and she's about, I don't know, 14 and 9 or something, or 8. So she's very close to what we thought we'd get from her. Leilani, I think, is a sensation. I think she's the most relaxed basketballer I've ever seen in my life, and she's a pleasure to watch and coach and just be around. She's an amazing girl. And I don't think haven't even close got to see the best of Natalie Novosel. She didn't play at all last year, so she's still finding her feet. She's probably 6 games. It's the 6th or 7th game in a year. So we'll see more of her.
But now watch this young lady go to work. Just creates so much with that penetration. Oh, hey! 6 seconds left. Koenig.
Oh, she was feeling that.
24 points for Alice Koenig.
Well, let's go on from that and look ahead a little bit. What can you tell Rangers fans? What can they expect from the rest of the year? Have you talked about, playoffs and beyond? What are the goals?
Look, I see us being top 2. I think we're good enough to be top 2, and we're only a third of the way through a season where we're trying to find our way still with chemistry and what have you. I think we're an exciting team to watch. I think our style of basketball, the players love playing it. We played similar last year, but this is a little bit more controlled with Leilani running the point. Kathleen was a scoring machine, so Leilani's happy for everyone else to score and chip in when she needs to. So it's a little bit different there. It's a little bit more controlled tempo, but we certainly want to push the ball. We want to get a lot of shots up and have everyone involved. So from a spectator's point of view, it's certainly a great team to watch, and it seems to make the other teams play better, if that makes sense. They bring their A game with us. They know if they don't bring their A game, we're going to score a lot of points.